Well, hello everyone. Glad to see you today. I hope that some of you are able to be with me for a few minutes today. My name is Ginger Gaines-Sorelli. I'm the senior pastor at Foundry United Methodist Church in Washington, D.C. And every Wednesday at noon, I invite you to join me in my Purple Parlor to think together about a few things as we journey together through this time of isolation and quarantine. And I'm glad that you're here. If you're joining us today, I hope you'll let us know that you're with us, that you are joining us. Let us know where you're coming from. I also want to, before I forget, because I'll always forget these sorts of details, I want to invite you to follow Foundry on Facebook so that you can keep up with all of the ways that we're reaching out to share connection and to be in community together. And also invite you, if you're interested, to follow me on Facebook. I try to lift up things that are things to think on, hopefully encouragement, inspiration, occasionally something ridiculous. But would love to be in community with you in those places. In the last number of days, Wednesday, Sunday was Easter. And I always find that the week after Easter is a little bit of a letdown. And this year, Easter was different than it's been in the past. The way we celebrated it, of course. One of the things I'm trying to remind myself and others is that Easter is Easter, regardless of how we celebrate it. And thanks be to God for that. But I'm also just mindful of how scattered my thinking is right now. I feel it's very difficult to focus. And I sort of flit around from this to that, and somebody will ask me, perhaps they've asked you, how are you doing? Has anybody come up with a good answer for that yet? How are you doing? Well, in any given moment, I'm not quite sure how I'm doing. I'm doing the best I can. And I wonder, and sort of wanting to know, how are you processing? How are you managing? I'm like, well, I'm trying to take the next thing that I need to do to not drop every ball that I need to be holding right now, to attend to the things that matter most and all of this sort of thing. On occasion, I start to feel like I'm really not doing okay. I don't know if any of you all are feeling that. Even figuring out what's on my mind, like I said, my brain just feels kind of fuzzy and scattered. I'm wondering what's on your mind. Do you even know what's on your mind? I think one of the things that's happening right now is that we don't know how long all of this is going to last. I have a good friend that when we were working on a project together that was, we were working towards a goal, and we sort of would count down the months. We can do anything for 5 months. We can do anything for 3 months. We can do anything for 2 weeks. And we sort of had a goal. We had an end date. We knew that we were working hard, that it was hard work, and we knew when we were going to get there. We knew when we were going to do the thing that we needed to accomplish, and then that would be done. And right now, we don't know how long all of this is going to last. And I think part of that is affecting, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm able to hold things, and my sense of time. I was thinking about how often in the Psalms we hear the phrase, "How long, O Lord?" And it's in those Psalms of lament when people are feeling oppressed, when people are feeling under attack, when people are feeling alone and abandoned. How long, O Lord? And I feel like that's probably, for many of us, one of the things that we may be experiencing and feeling is this sort of like, how long do I have to do this? And the thing is that no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter whether you are sheltering alone in your home or with a partner, or spouse, or with children, whether you're working or not able to work, no matter what the situation is, you're doing really difficult things every moment of every day right now. Everything that we're doing and holding and trying to manage right now is hard. You are all doing such hard work, no matter what you're doing and where you are. And we don't know how long we're going to be in this place. And I was happy to see one of my colleagues posted on Facebook the other day, Mike Kinman, who is a Episcopal priest serving now out in California. He posted about Groundhog Day. Some of you may have seen this. He said, in the movie Groundhog Day, Bill Murray, every day is the same. He's doing the same thing. It's a struggle. He doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know how long it's going to be. And he uses that time to improve himself. That's good. That's a good idea. But Mike added, he also spends some days sitting around eating pastry all day. He said that's okay too. And I have to say, I was so glad to hear that, because some days I'm just like, I don't even know what I did today. I think maybe all I really want to do today is sit around and eat pastry. It'd be nice to feel that at least one day I can do that. I don't have to try to be getting everything right. I don't have to be trying to hold everything just right. I don't have to feel like if I don't attend to my kids' school just exactly the way I thought maybe I was supposed to, that it's all right. If I want to eat nothing but cereal today or pastry. By the way, on Palm Sunday, this is a total aside, and it's a Foundry Insider thing, or a DC, maybe it's just a DC thing. But on Palm Sunday, we did a love feast, and someone said that their comfort food was almond croissant. Can I just say, I have been craving almond croissant since Palm Sunday, and of course, here I am in my Purple Parlor, not going out of my home. I have no idea how to get a hold of an almond croissant. It's gonna make me nutty. Anyway, it's okay to want what you want sometimes, and even to let yourself have it. I do tend to be one of those people who expects a lot of myself. I'm surrounded by people in my congregation, in my life, certainly in the city where I live, a lot of people who hold a lot of responsibility, have a lot of responsibility, and expect an awful lot of themselves. I'm one of those people. And so it's really hard for me to do the thing that a good friend has been encouraging me to do, which is to hold things gently, to be gentle with myself. I wonder if any of you are having a hard time being gentle with yourselves, giving yourselves permission to have a day when you're able to figure out what's on your mind, to be clear, and to feel like you've been productive. And other days where to give yourself permission to just be fuzzy and foggy, to just get through it, to eat cereal or almond croissant or pancakes or whatever, and not worry that you're failing. We don't know how long it's going to last. But we know that we're not alone in it. You may, if you've been joining me these weeks, I hope you don't get bored of me saying it. I need to say it. I need to say it over and over again to myself, and I think I just need to say it generally. We need to remind ourselves we are not alone in this. No matter how long we're in it, God will be in it with us, right where we are. And that's part of the beautiful promise that we received on Easter Sunday again, that Christ is alive and in the world and meeting us right where we are with all of what we're holding and managing, and in the moments when we're feeling okay, relatively, and when we're feeling really not okay. I want to encourage you to be gentle with yourselves, to try to be gentle with those with you if you have people in your home. I know it's hard sometimes. My sister and brother-in-law are holding they call themselves co-workers now, as they work at opposite ends of their dining table, and they have a running joke thing they've got going on Facebook. The number 37th challenge of working with one another. trying to find ways to be gentle, to laugh instead of the alternative. Be gentle with yourselves, y'all. I want to share with you some words that many of you will know. If you know me at all, you know that I read a lot of poetry, that I let poetry feed me and help me and ground me. And this is a poem that came to mind today as I was thinking about just how hard it is for me sometimes just to let myself be where I am and to not be all judgy against myself. I'm good at sort of creating lots of grace and space, I think. I try for people around me, but oof, I'm not good at that when it comes to myself. Anyway, this is Mary Oliver, you know, Queen Mary. And she of blessed memory, who teaches me so much, continues to teach me and inspire me. And I want to share with you these words. I hope I don't get in trouble for sharing them. I'm going to read them to myself. How about that? This is the poem called Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. I'm reading it from Dream Work, Mary Oliver's volume called Dream Work. I'm not going to try to dissect or explain a poem. A poem is a poem. But I find encouragement in those words. And I hope that in these days, as we may cry out for some time, how long, O Lord, we might be reminded that God is with us in the moments that we're able to laugh and in the times where we're crying, when we feel like we can't go through one more day, and in the days that we are grateful to have some space and maybe some time. I want to encourage you to be gentle with yourselves, because God is gentle with you. It's okay. You're doing hard things. We're all doing hard things together and alone. God is with you in it. So that's what I got today. Kind of just needing to be there. By the way, I have no idea what happens with time either. That's another thought for another day. Let me know what's on your mind. I'd love to know. It'll help me think about things that might be good to think about. I want to invite you to pray with me before we close today. I'm so glad to be able just to spend a few minutes, and want to remind you to encourage one another, stay connected, reach out to folk who may be feeling alone. Let us pray. God, we give you thanks today for being with us, for the promise of Easter, for Christ alive, who reminds us that we can, like he did, go through painful moments and seasons of our lives and come through scarred but standing, scarred but shining. Help us to be gentle with ourselves on this journey, God, and to trust that we will step into a new day and that you will help us. In the name of the risen Christ, I pray. Amen. Thanks everyone for being with me today. I hope that you'll stay connected And I'll see you again next Wednesday. You can join us for worship, and hope you'll connect with our other pastors over the next few days as we seek to connect with you each and every day through Facebook Live. I'll see you soon. Peace.